welcome back to my channel. My hair looks crazy, but I had to put it all up. It was too much around my neck and stuff. I just had to get it off my shoulders. Hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm gonna do something fun. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna crochet a pair of booty shorts. I saw this really cute pattern on Pinterest, and unfortunately for me, it's only available to buy on Etsy. It's super cute, and it was the inspiration for this video, so I will link it down below. I don't buy patterns from Etsy because it's so much easier for me to buy patterns from Ravelry, so I just prefer to buy them from Ravelry. Is that a stupid reason? Yes, it is kind of a stupid reason, but that's just the way it is. So I found another pair of crochet shorts on Ravelry, and that's what I'm going to try to make today. If you've been watching my channel, you know that I'm a crochet beginner. I've made a little raglan sweater, and I've made some hats, and I made some granny squares, and recently I tried to make a sweater, but I didn't have enough yarn. So I'm hoping I have enough yarn. I have no idea. I guarantee I have enough yarn. If I don't understand how crochet works because I have a lot of yarn to work with. So I do have enough yarn to do this. I unfortunately do not have the recommended hook size. So the first thing I'm going to do after I buy the pattern is I'm going to make some gauge swatches and try to figure out which hook to use. The pattern also calls for fingering weight yarn, and I have a lot of fingering weight yarn to work with because I love knitting socks. So I pulled out my sock yarn stash, which we will be going through. I want to make like some cute scrappy looking ones, like scrappy looking because it's not actually scrap yarn. I have a lot of this yarn. It's not scraps yet. It's still like, there's still a decent quantity of it, but I want it to look kind of scrappy. So yeah, that's the inspiration. I kind of want it to look scrappy. I also kind of just want it to look like cute stripes. I'm not sure on the color palette yet, but definitely something bright. And I've been more into warm colors lately, like pink, orange, yellow, brown, like a warm green. I feel like sometimes green can be either way. It can look warm or it can look cool, but I'm kind of into warm colors right now. I do love blue though, so blue may work its way in there. Okay, that's the plan. I'm going to buy the pattern, make some swatches, and then pick my colors. Or maybe we'll pick as we go, because sometimes that I feel like works better. And yeah, let's see if I can make these little booty shorts. These are like a made-to-measure item pattern pair of shorts, so hopefully they'll fit pretty nicely. There weren't any projects like on this Ravelry page that anyone else had done, so I don't have anything to like look at besides the pattern picture, which is super cute. I'm gonna have to use my own imagination to figure out what I want these shorts to look like. I did like how the other pair was crocheted vertically, whereas these are crocheted, or at least like the stripes were vertical on the other ones and the stripes on these ones are horizontal, but I didn't want to buy that pattern from Etsy. Okay, let's begin.
12 seconds later.
I looked at the pattern. Since it's made to measure, it has you measure your waist, your hips, the length from your belly button to your crotch. And then there's like this note that's like hip / number plus number equals crotch line. And I have no idea where those numbers came from. And there's no explanation, and maybe I'm just stupid, but I don't know where those numbers came from, so I don't know how to calculate them myself because it's not explained in the like made to measure information. Use the calculation below to find your crotch line measurement. Oh, wait, maybe I figured it out. Maybe she's saying hip / 12, so then you put your hip divided by 12 plus, okay, let me try this. Maybe that's what they meant. Or maybe that's supposed to be multiplied by, wait, where's my calculator? Calculator, help me. Okay, I think that is a, okay, equals, plus. It's the same as theirs, so it must be correct. We'll see. Now I don't know how they got the inseam. Maybe the inseam is just what it is. Because they're booty shorts. It has to be pretty short, right? The math isn't mathing for me. Let's just get into it. This is all for fun anyway, right? I have unraveled so many things, but at this point I don't even care. Because making it is the most fun part to me. It's not even wearing it. which is kind of weird. Is that how you feel about knitting and crocheting? It's the most fun part making it because it's the most fun part to me, and therefore I never finish anything because I just love to start projects. Okay, the first thing we're gonna do is make the waistband. So let's pick a color for the waistband. Okay, let's see. I said I wanted to do warm colors. This would be a good color, but unfortunately it's a DK weight. Although maybe I should just start doing this to see if I like the tension. But maybe I'll just pull out some colors that I'm into. Well, I'll pull this out just in case I end up wanting to do DK. What else? That's also DK. Maybe I should pull out all the DKs just in case. This is also DK. This is also DK. This, oops. Not gonna use these. This is also DK. Okay, this is a good orange color. This pink color. Got a little bit of this. Maybe the purple, although maybe not. Some neutrals would be great. Although, no, I don't think so. Maybe white. This bright blue. This one could be fun. Not that. Yellow, red, pink. This. I feel like I need more solids. Okay, let's start with that. Sock, weight, and DK weight. I'm gonna see which weight I like more, DK or sock, because the pattern recommends fingering weight, sock weight, but I think my crochet tension is a little bit loose because I'm a beginner and I haven't really mastered my tension yet. So I pulled out all this DK weight yarn just in case I want it to be a little bit thicker than fingering weight. Let's see if I can lift all of these up. All right, good, angle the camera down. This is what I had in my stash. This is actually like really nice yarn that I've been holding on to, but you know, if I'm not going to use it, if I don't have anything in mind for it, I might as well use it. This is hedgehog fibers. I think the color was Crush. This is also hedgehog fibers, and I forget the color, but I think it was a potluck. Yeah, potluck. So that means it's kind of random, and I don't think they remake these ones. This is also hedgehog fibers, and what was this one called? This is a color you can definitely get. This is Pucker. It's just pink and orange. I forget where this one came from, but, well, I remember the store it came from. It came from the Black Squirrel in Berkeley, and I think it was like an indie dyer. It's just hot pink, DK weight. It is like a sock yarn, so it has nylon in it. It's superwash nylon. This one, I forget the name of the color, but this is from, I know what it's from. I can like picture, oh, it's from Hue Made, which is a New York City indie dyer, and I got it at Nitty City in New York City. And then this one is, this is like a memory game. This one is Dream in Color yarn. I forget the color, but I think this is like one of their base colors, I think, or like one of their, you know, their colors that they dye in all their bases. And I think it's like unicorn or something. It's like a whitish blue base with like little rainbow flecks. And I have this in DK and sock. And then for sock yarns, waiting for the elevator to stop making noise. Sock fingering weight yarn. I don't really know what the plan is yet. I don't even know what color. Maybe I would use this for the waistband. This is from Hedgehog Fibers. It's the color Raku, R-A-K-U. Beautiful. This is also from Hedgehog Fibers. I think this one was called Banana Legs. This is the twist sock. This is not the twist sock. It's just the regular sock. This is from Oink Pigments. Pretty sure. I forget the color name because I didn't actually buy this. I got this from someone else's stash. My cat's coming up here now. All the distractions in the world right now. This is King Fiber, and it's not sock yarn. It's just fingering weight merino. And I forget the color, but I think it was like, I don't know. I don't remember. Sorry. This is Hedgehog Fibers, and this color was, oh look, the tag is still in here. This is the twist sock. I think the color was called Amoeba. Am I right? This is not even the right tag. This is a sugar and cream yarn tag. I think the color was Amoeba for this one. This is a little sock mini from Knitwit. The color is Sunshine, super pretty orange color. This, I forget what the brand was for this. I got this at Piedmont Yarn, and it was just like a color changing yarn. And I just have a little bit left. I made a pair of socks with this during my 25 days of Sockmas video, so I'm sure I said what it was in one of those videos. This neon is, I think it's Kelborn Woolens. Yes, Kelborn Woolens Perennial. Color is Neon Lime. It does say limited edition, but I know I've seen this many times throughout the years, so maybe you could still get it. This is a scrappy white. It's actually a tiny bit thicker than fingering, so it might end up messing me up later. This is also from Kelborn Woolens, and I don't have the tag in there, but I think it's just like the fuchsia or like the hot pink color. It's like the brightest pink that they make. And then this one is from Wasco Sock, and I forget the color, but if you look on their website and they still have this, you'll totally recognize it. It's the gray base with the rainbow, and they only made this in a couple of different colors. They had like black base, gray base, white base, and then I think they came out with like some bright colors. So it was like pink base with the rainbow and like blue base with the rainbow. Yeah, you get it. So this is what we're working with, but I'm gonna try to make it, figure out my gauge first. So not sure which palette I'm gonna use yet. I also don't know if I would even have enough of the DK weight to make a pair of shorts, because it seems like you use a lot more yarn when you crochet than when you knit. If I use the DK and I didn't have enough, I'd probably end up doubling up the fingering weight yarn, which sometimes works and sometimes it ends up being thicker than DK. I did not make a gauge swatch. She does give you the gauge for the pattern, but she doesn't tell you what stitch she used, and I don't know if it's just like common knowledge that, I mean, I'm sure it's like the main body stitch, but what even is the main body stitch? Let me see. So I guess I would like make a gauge swatch in double crochet, but it's like a made to measure item, so I'm just gonna go for it because it's made to measure. And I did look through the pattern a little bit. I think this will be okay. I'm sorry if it's not okay in the end. The recommended hook size is like 3 millimeters, and I only have a 3.5 millimeter and then a 2.55 millimeter hook. So what I did was I made basically, I did one of the instructions with the 2.55 millimeter US 0 hook in fingering weight, and then I made I started the instructions with a US E or 4 hook, 3.5 millimeters, using the DK weight yarn. And so far I like the DK weight yarn one better. This was really hard for me because, well, I'm new to crochet and I'm super slow with the tiny hook and the stock weight yarn, and I'm a little less slow with this hook and the DK weight yarn. And I kind of like that it's a little chunkier, so I'm gonna stick with this for now. I also think it'd be fun to time myself and see how fast this, see how long this takes. I don't think it's gonna be fast, but it might be faster than a knitting project. Look, I already did 1 row. I don't have a timer because I'm using my phone to record part of this video, but it's 1:30 in the afternoon right now, and I'm gonna continue with the instructions and see how far we can get in 1 hour. Okay, it's been 1 hour. It's gonna be like 6 inches. I'm gonna keep going and we'll see where we are in another hour. So far so good. It's just I'm just a little slow. Like, I'll do this for a little while and then I'll like get my momentum up. But definitely when I start the rows, like the first stitch and the last stitch are a little bit trickier to grab, but I'm getting the hang of it. I'm getting warmed up. I'm definitely faster than right when I started. But also, like, doing a rib, I have to make sure I'm catching the right loop, which I think is also making me a little bit slower. Or maybe I'm just slow. 2 hours. I'm not making very much progress. Let me see how close I am. We're not even halfway. Oh my goodness. My thumb is starting to hurt. But I'm gonna keep going. Keep going. I do have to add on, I was just using like that little ball that I showed that had the label in it, and I ran out. So now I'm gonna use the rest of this ball for the waistband because I want it to be the same yarn for the whole waistband. 3 hours. It's now been 4 hours and this is how much I've done. Isn't that crazy? It is a small hook. It's a relatively small hook. Maybe that's why. Also, look at what happened to my tension. Can you tell? It's like way bigger on this side than this side. Like, I don't think it's a huge deal to the point where I need to unravel it, but my tension is definitely getting tighter as I go. And I wonder if it's because I was getting, see, you can see I folded it in half. Like, this underside is much bigger. But I'm just gonna keep going. I still have to do like another 8 inches. We've only done this much so far. You know, folded in half, because it's gonna be folded in half. It's a waistband, but it's taking so long. I thought crochet was supposed to be fast. I'm sure it would be faster if I was using a larger hook. This one seems very small. I'm gonna take a shower break and a dinner break, and then I'm gonna continue.
Eventually.
Look, I made the waistband. It took a couple days. I had to stop that day that I was like, that I had all the free time in the world to crochet because I ran out of time to crochet that day. And then I didn't have as much time after that. So it probably took me another hour to finish the, like, just the length of this. And then I had to turn it. I had to fold it in half, seam it, and now I have this band. And now we can work the body of the shorts. And I only have 45 minutes before I have to go to work. And I just woke up, can you tell? So I thought we would just do a row because I'm excited now that I've finished the waistband. Since they're like booty shorts, little tiny shorts, I think I just do like a couple rows for the body, and then we probably split into the 2 legs like pretty soon. And I really think this is probably the most time consuming part of this rib, because I think we're moving on to double crochet now, but I'll have to double check. Yay, this took so long. I think it looks pretty good though. It's been a whole work day and I'm back and I did one row. And now I think it's gonna be much faster. So I'm just gonna show you each row as I complete it. 2 rows. I made a tiny skirt. But it's not a tiny skirt, it's gonna be shorts. It's been many days that I've been working on this, but look, I finally made it through the length and now we can make it into little shorts. I made this so it would fit like on my waist, so that's why it looks so long, but I did put it on and it's really just like covering my butt. It's pretty short. The next step that I have to do is the left leg and then the right leg, and then there's like a cute little edge stitch, a crab stitch, which is a reverse single crochet. That's a new stitch for me. And then done. And I think a draw cord is made at some point. There's a draw cord in the picture. I think it probably would have been easier if I put the draw cord in before I folded this in half and seamed it together, but we will see what the instructions tell us to do. This is what's happening right now. I've done 4 rows for the left leg, this tiny little left leg here, and I just tried them on. So they do technically fit. They are very, very tight where like the join. So like you turn the waistband over, you flip it in half, and then you do like your initial stitch around the waistband to then start like the shorts. I think that initial round, my annoying elevator, it always goes off when I'm trying to talk to you. So my initial round I think is extremely tight and it's all the way up here at the top, so I don't want to unravel it all the way up there, but it is making it a little bit tight when I put it on because I have to pull these up over my butt to get them to my waist. So this is the measurement of my waist here, and it's smaller than my butt, basically. So I have to pull this over my butt, and it does fit. I just have to kind of wiggle to get into them. And I think I made the rise much too long. Like they have you do the length. They have you measure your length in the beginning. I did that earlier, like a week ago at this point. So I had written down what the length was, and I think it's too long, just based on trying them on now. It's too long because this is going like well over my belly button, and it's kind of looking like a skirt, even though now it has a leg. Like it doesn't, like I would have to pull it up way high to get it to be the proper length for my waist to basically crotch measurement. So even though I already did 4 rows for the leg, it was pretty quick. There's not a lot to the rows for the leg. I'm going to unravel the leg, and then I'm also going to unravel, I think 3 rows of the body, and then I'm going to start the legs over because I don't really like the way it was looking. It was like it just wasn't looking nice, and I don't really want to show you because half of my butt was out since there was only one leg done. But it was basically looked like I could try to draw a picture of what was happening, but it wasn't very flattering. And like even looking at this, like that is a crazy long rise. So I'm just gonna unravel a little bit and start over, because why not? Left leg is, I guess, done. I ended up unraveling a couple rows and then I redid the left leg. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 colors in the tiny little left leg. And I tried them on again, still having that thing happen where there's just like too much in the front. Like it fits in the back as like booty shorts, but like there's too much in the front. The way the legs are done is really smart, where you do half double crochet in the front and then double crochet in the back to kind of add more length to the back, and I think it should have been done like that for the upper body too, because I have like plenty of room in the butt, but way too much room in the front of my body, which makes sense because the butt is much more three-dimensional, I guess, than the front. The front's kind of flat. So they look okay, but I think if I made them again, I would maybe do that modification. I'm gonna do the next leg now, and then they'll be done, and then hopefully there's an instruction for a draw cord, but I haven't looked ahead of the pattern yet. Technically, the booty shorts are done, as you saw. I did read back over the instructions and I learned that I just missed the draw cord instruction. It was like way in the beginning when we made the waistband. I also didn't do the crab stitch at the bottom hem. That makes it look nice and finished because I don't really like the way they turned out. They're like way too long in the front and maybe not long enough in the back. So I'm glad I made them because now I know how to make little shorts. But I think next time I will do some things differently. I'll probably end up unraveling these and trying again with different proportions. Now that I kind of know like what to do, what's going on, how to basically make a pair of shorts. I like the idea of these shorts, but I don't like how they turned out. But I did learn a lot. I learned how to make a crotch, which is a new thing for me, and I'm glad I learned how to do that. Makes total sense now that I did it. Other thing I was thinking of trying to learn in this video was how to crochet an I-cord. I'm sure it's very easy. I've just never tried to crochet one. I've only ever knit one, and I would probably use that for the draw cord if I make shorts again. Let me know what you think of these and the fit. They look so funny like in the camera right now because it's just so long and then it's like nothing. And it's very short because I made them very short because I wanted them to be very short, but also I was kind of getting over it because it really wasn't looking the way I hoped it would look. Let me know if you have any tips or if you have any patterns you recommend. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye!